Hello and welcome to my new video. Today we are looking at 4 tips for ARC PvP. For the first part we have the stats of your character. So we are going through how I would skill my character up to level 100. And for the first part I always, when I get on the server, I want to level up. I need resources to build stuff to get experience. So the first thing I do is about going up to 150 weight. After that, I'm going to 150 health and going up to 200 rate and then 200 health. Just to survive a little bit longer. When you're fighting against raptors and stuff, you have bowlers to help you out at level 10. And yeah, that's basically the start. After that, I'm going into movement speed, about 130 movement speed, just to get a little bit faster around the map, scout stuff, and run away of carnivores and stuff that wants to kill you. After that, I'm usually taking about 1 point in fortitude. Just I don't really know the exact thing about it, why people do this, but I think it's because when you go in PvP with gas grenades, if you have 242, you might survive one tick of a gas grenade and you're not going to go down with it. After that, I'm going up directly to 300 weight because we are at level 50. About that, you're starting to have like your base location set up, you want to carry around metal and stuff, so you actually need more weight to carry your stuff around. After that, I'm going to 300 health and then to 180 movement speed. The 180 movement speed is for normal PvP at the moment, kinda really important, I would say, because of the meta we have with Terrazinos and Griffins. You actually want to run away of them or just dodge them, and that's for you need a lot of movement speed and maybe even like focal chili and endurance to get away of them. Then you have about 4 to 5 levels free to use. You can, if you want, have more movement speed or a little bit stamina or health or weight. Depends on what you want to have. I usually go with a little bit more movement speed just to have a little bit more chance to survive and run away of Terrazinos and dodge Griffins. For the second part, we have the gear we want to use for raiding and griefing and normal open field PvP. For that, we're going into our inventory again. And yeah, now it's kinda empty and we fill it up with the stuff we want. For the first part, we want flag armor. And I would say about 2 sets of flag, just some spare if things get shot away. Okay, for the second part, we want mainly our weapons of choice to have to defend ourselves, like a fab sniper, pump gun, or R RA AR might be the preferable thing of some people, or like long neck and compound bow. Okay, now we have our weapons. For the next part we want utilities to survive. That would mean whips to whip the stuff of enemies and their gear, parachutes if you get grabbed and dropped off into the air, and bowlers and grappling hooks as well. Okay, now we have our parachutes, bowlers, grappling hooks and whips to save us. So for the next items we want are support items. For that I count in medical brews and soups. And yeah, what I forgot is what you might want to have with you are flame arrows as well. So if you want to have like a second crossbow just for flame arrows or just switch it up time by time. Okay, now we have our soups, we have medical brews, we have extra crossbow with flame arrows for Y plants and maybe passive dinos or dinos that are attacking you. And that's basically, I would say, the whole kit you want to have. About 2 or 3 flag sets, enough ammo to shoot, the weapons of your choice. A whip is always important, as well as the flame arrows for Y plants and grappling hooks, and the parachutes. Bowlers are kinda, yeah, not super needed, but if you feel comfortable to use them, then I would prefer you to use them. And you have the medical brutes as well as the soups. So that's about all the things I have to tell you about the items you want to have with you. If I forgot something, remind me in the comments. Okay, for the third part of the video, we have the dinos you want to use for raiding and for griefing purposes. We start on the left side. There we have the griffin. It's always good to have a griffin with you. You're kind of fast going through the map, and you can grab people, throw it into your turrets, or just dive bomb them down a mountain so they die by fall damage if they don't have parachutes, or just dive bomb and slash them so they die immediately. A super valuable dino or creature to have. Second most, I would say, yeah, definitely most viable dino in the current PvP meta is the Terrazino. It's super good for farming kids and getting all the stuff you need in raids. Just kill them or just get one with super high melee damage, a little bit of movement speed skill, and you just run through masses of people and murder them and get all their stuff. Just take care that you don't run into wild plants and get stuck. That's like the only weakness that the Terrazino has. For the third part, we have the Stegos. The Stegos are kind of viable for more griefing purposes. Maybe not that good for tanking on big bases, but if you want to raid smaller bases with a couple of turrets, about maybe to 50 turrets, Stegos are really good because of the plates they have on their back. You actually, when their turret shooting these plates, the Stego actually get less damage on him. It's kind of the same as the Trike and the Dunkleos Tails with their plating on their heads. They get less damage on there. Second of all would be the Paracer. The Paracer is there for, yeah, tanking purposes as well. It's kinda not that slow as a Bronto and has a good amount of HP, and you have the bonus of a platform saddle that makes you, yeah, kinda good to have like a little hut on there just to defend yourself. You're safe, not as on the Stego. There you're sitting free, can get sniped or picked. That's why most people would prefer a Paracer. Same for me. And then we have the Bronto. It mostly have the highest amount of HP for tanking purposes, but it's super slow. It takes up a lot of space, so it might actually die when you try to pull out while tanking turrets, and it get engaged by Rexes and stuff, so they're kinda like in one way in and almost die then. But they actually have a shit ton of HP to tank a lot of turret bullets. After that, we have the Rexes engaging, like when you're defending and stuff or attacking, engaging enemy Brontos and tanking dinos or enemy players, always good. Have a good amount of HP and damage usually on them. So yeah, all-rounder dinos, good for fighting and stuff. More for defending, I would say, instead of attacking. But yeah, a pretty viable dino as well. And last but not least, we have the Giga. The Giga is super strong, but actually it's super weak as well. It has a kinda ability that is a minus point about the Giga, and it's his rage factor. The dino, when it gets a lot of damage in a short period of time, it might cause the rage. And the rage will cause that he is not under your control anymore till the rage is gone, and he might actually kill you and dinos of you. So you have to really take care of what you're doing and where you have your Giga placed, because currently pump action shotguns, um, depends on how strong the shotgun is, can actually rage the Giga with only 3 to maybe 6 shots that are hit on the Giga, And yeah, when he is raging, like in the middle of your fob or stuff, that is not good. So yeah, take care that that didn't happen. Otherwise, the Gigas are pretty good counters to Earth Elementals. As well, a Dino that is a lot of capacity to tank everything in enemy bases. But same point as the Stego, it doesn't have a platform, so I don't like it that much. But it's pretty good as well. And Gigas are basically the biggest counter to Rock Elementals because they do a shit ton of damage to them. And Rock Elementals pretty much almost die instantly to Gigas. I mean, it depends on how good your Giga is, but yeah. If you have a good Giga, the Rock Elementals will melt. Okay, here I put this clip of the Giga as well. So we have about an 86.9% saddle. Not the best ones you can get, but not that kind of shitty one. And yeah, just think about it. He is not imprinted, so he will take more damage as well. But for here I have a pump action shotgun with 250 damage. Currently on official there are even better ones that's gonna be used. So yeah, not the actual perfect one. But yeah, let's just test out after how much shots he will actually rage. Only 2 shots, and that's the point about it. And even with a better saddle and imprint, it might only take 5 to 6 shots. So take care what you're doing with your Giga. Okay, for the last tip I can give you are like multiple small tips. Thing that you think it's like, definitely I'm not gonna do that and stuff. But some people might actually have problems with this as well. So for first, I can only say get your key binding ready. Like having the buttons with 9 and 0, maybe if you have a mouse you can bind stuff on or make macros with. You might actually want to use them. I have like a forward and a backward key on my mouse, and with Logitech software I configure it like that I can use like the 9 and the 0 on it. That helps me a lot with like having parachutes and the whip there to have like access to items that I don't need for PvP super often, but sometimes when I need them fast, just to have easy and fast access, and like other key bindings as well. Second tip is don't panic. When you panic in PvP, when something is not working like you wanted it to work, you're gonna probably die. Just keep a clear mind, be cool, and play out the best you can in every situation. Third tip is about always have 2 to 3 people at least with you. That has the reason when you're getting or run into a wipe land, you don't have flame arrows anymore because you use them or everything already. It's always good to have teammates with you that protecting you, getting you out of there, and it kinda limits the risiko that you're getting caged in a big raid and you're unable to play maybe for even days. So always have people with you. Third tip is don't take big risks that might cost you to lose your gear. It's kind of like the same point with having multiple people with you. Just don't make stupid things, like don't run after a people or like a person um, just into their base and kind of stuff. Like, don't make stupid decisions poor out of greed and stuff. That's like the dumbest thing you can do. Just try to avoid it. And the last tip I can give you is don't be frustrated if you get killed or something isn't working like you wanted to do, or your base might be fully wiped and stuff. I know it's a lot of time you put into there, but always have in mind, it's only a game. You're playing it to have fun, and when your base is getting wiped, you still have your friends. Just go onto another server, try to build up again, have fun with them. It's not having the stuff you have that makes it fun. It's like playing with your friends at the time you have with your friends that will be like the fun part about the game. And that's pretty much all I want to say. And yeah, it might be a pretty long video, I will see when I cut it. But I only can say thanks for watching the video. Hopefully you liked it. Maybe you have some stuff you might want to advise to me. Maybe I forgot some stuff, and maybe and hopefully it helped you. So I see you in my next video. Bye.